Hello everyone, and welcome to my brand new Let's Play of a game I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Mega Drive, or Sega Genesis if you live in America. So, this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, it's basically a sequel and follow-up to the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the Mega Drive. And there are a couple of new features in this second installment. For a start, we have a new ally. This time, instead of with Sonic being alone and all, we have Tails miles per hour. And also, I think you've noticed this game is a lot faster than the original one. Because, well, it was fast, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is just really fast. Like, seriously, it's just got blinding speeds, and Sega were definitely not lying with their slogan of blast processing. They definitely were not lying with this one with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Although, yeah, Tails is pretty much just your ally, and he doesn't really do much, as you can see. Pretty much, Sonic just leaves him out most of the time. Although he's there in the adventure, you know, just running along with you, giving Sonic company, I guess. And that's all good. And these videos are probably going to be a little bit short. They're not going to be like Minish Cap, where they went on for like 20 minutes. As, you know, each act and zone takes not a lot of time to complete. And in each episode, I'm basically going to be doing 2 worlds, or shall I say levels as such. So I'm going to be, in this one, I'm going to be doing Emerald Hill Zone and Chemical Plant. Although one thing I could go on about is this. In the original Sonic the Hedgehog, you could do this spin dash, but it could only be done by pressing down on the D-pad when you go downwards a hill. In other words, when you gain speed. In Sonic the Hedgehog 2, they decided to do this, and it has been used in pretty much virtually every Sonic game, except when it got replaced by the Sonic Boost in Sonic Rush. And when you press down and the A or B button, or whatever button basically is the jump button, and release it, Sonic will go flying. I know I kind of lost my momentum there, but that was because I hit a hill, and that wasn't too good. Although pretty much, you know, when you just release it, Sonic would be able to gain a lot of speed and just go flying. Seriously. It's all good. This game is definitely really fast. And the thing I'm going to be doing actually in these episodes is this. In the original Sonic the Hedgehog, there were these things called special stages. And to get to the special stages, you had to collect 50 rings and then go at the end of each act and jump into this ring. In Sonic the Hedgehog 2, they decided to make it a little bit more simpler by doing this. You have to collect 50 rings and then enter a checkpoint, which is one I'm trying to get to right now. Except I'm having a bit of problems. So this isn't too good. Let's hope if I can make it this time. There we go. So as you can see, there's a checkpoint, and we want to collect 50 rings and jump in. It's a little bit different this time though. Instead of it being in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, where you're basically in this maze, and it was kind of nauseating to a lot of people, you had to tilt your way around using the D-pad and make your way to the Chaos Emerald without touching the goal. In Sonic the Hedgehog 2, they decided to introduce this thing which has been used in Sonic Heroes and Sonic Rush, because it was quite a good idea if you ask me. Definitely showed off what the Sega Mega Drive could do in the day. And that is this. Produced like this Mode 7 effect, if you're familiar with the Super Nintendo, where it's given depth and you want to collect these rings by moving left and right across this half pipe, while avoiding bombs. And you want to collect, you know, the required amount in order to make it to the end and collect a Chaos Emerald. So they definitely made it a bit more easier this time, because honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of the original special stages in the first one. They just really were not my cup of tea at all, as we say in this country. But, I guess I could go on about one thing, and that's this. There's not really a lot to talk about in these special stages, so what I'm going to be doing, you know, in the next couple of episodes is this. When I come across a special stage, I might just talk about something off topic. No, I'm not saying I'm going to be talking about what I've been doing in my life or anything and turn this into a vlog. But, you know, I'm going to be talking about the game or other Sonic games, you know, just something that doesn't really relate to the special stage. Because it's the same thing, it's collect rings, there's more bombs, and it's a little bit harder. So I'm going to try and spice up my commentary a bit in this playthrough. I mean, this is a game that I played in my childhood, so I know a lot about this game, and I just died. In Emerald Hill Zone. What a brilliant way to start. Great. But still, let's pretend that didn't happen. One thing I could go on about in this game though, I swear this is becoming a catchphrase now, is the music. Sonic the Hedgehog 2's music is really, really, really cool. And honestly, I like it a lot. I may have 50 rings and I'm going to be going into the special stages, but I'm not going to be doing, you know, more than one in each act. Because I'd rather do it on each world. So I'm going to get one in Emerald Hill Zone and Chemical Plant, Aquatic Ruin Zone, and you know, all the others. I don't really want to give away the names or anything though if you've never played this game. So I'm just gonna get 50 rings and ignore the special stage for now. Over here we are at the boss at the very end of the level, and it's Dr. Robotnik. Yes, he's not called Eggman, he's called Dr. Ivo Robotnik, have you know? Because this is back then, you know, before Sonic Adventure came and they changed his name to Dr. Eggman. So that's all good. Although in the last bit you want to watch out because he'll shoot it this time, so you want to make sure that you avoid it. Although if you die, then fair enough. I mean, as a kid, I didn't really know a lot because, well, I wasn't a very good gamer with this game. So that's all good. And every time you defeat it, you basically just jump in this capsule and it will free all of the woodland animals. And this area is complete. So, onward to the next zone. Now we are in Chemical Plant Zone Act 1. And I think to a lot of you, this zone is definitely probably the most memorable because of how fast it is. If you do a spin dash, you'll be able to go flying. Seriously. I mean, like I was saying, with the blast processing, they were definitely not lying with it. Look how fast that was. Honestly, I find it faster than Super Nintendo. But personally, I do prefer Super Nintendo overall because of, I don't know. It had better games. I mean, if you want a really, really good game that showed off what the Super Nintendo could do, Starwing. Play Starwing. For a game in 1993, that game was just amazing, what it could do. So definitely play that, you know, if you're looking for a good game and all that. The thing I don't get though is this. In Chemical Plant Zone Act 1, there are no checkpoints, meaning you're unable to get a special stage. So, you know, if you're collecting 50 rings and you're thinking, God, where's the checkpoint? I have 50 rings, I want to enter the special stage. I haven't really came across one in here, so pretty much you can only do the special stage, you know, in Chemical Plant in Act 2. So don't go wasting your time, you know, trying to find places and all that where there are checkpoints, as there aren't any. Although pretty much, you know, this area is quite small, you just got to keep on running. And now we have made it to the end. Although I did kind of get distracted before because of the special stage thing where I said I was going to ignore it. And that was the music, because that was so brief. The music in this game is really, really cool. I find it really catchy, and there's probably not one song in the game that I do not know off by heart. The music is just this catchy. Honestly, I find it my personal favourite Sonic soundtrack. Alongside Sonic Rush, because Sonic Rush's soundtrack is just really, really cool. I mean, come on, it's by the same guy that made Jet Set Radio for the Sega Dreamcast. I died again! No! Great. It looks like there's going to be a lot of deaths in this playthrough. I hope there's going to be no game overs, except I probably regret saying that. Although pretty much, you know, I was saying it's by the same guy who did Jet Set Radio. I don't know why I'm going on about Sonic Rush. I'm playing Sonic 2. At least I'm talking about a Sonic game, I guess. I mean, it's not off topic or anything. And in case you're wondering why I took damage, pretty much in most games, you know, if you get crushed by things, you'll start to lose a life. So that's not good. Speaking of lives, I want to acquire another one. So, you know, if you want to get an extra life, just go down there and hop into that little hatch, as you'll find a Sonic TV. And that indicates it's a life for some reason. I have no idea why they choose to make it TVs in the Sonic series, but either way, I suppose they've got to add a bit of creativity and all. I hope, though, that I don't take too many hits, and I really need to access the special stages in this area. Because, you know, special stages, I like to 100% gain snow by collecting, you know, everything possible. I mean, you saw that in my Minish Cap playthrough. I swear, I completely dissected Minish Cap. There's probably not one thing I missed out on. Except I'm kind of showing off here. Whoa, what the... That was weird. I just suddenly ran into a glitch for some reason. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. But yeah, you know, Minish Cap, I'm kind of showing off a bit here actually. But I did dissect the game. And this game will probably be a bit short. And like I was saying, you know, with the special stages, I'm going to be going on about something different. And that's this. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you know, I like the game, but I did not originally play it for Sega Mega Drive. Unfortunately, by the time I grew up with games properly and played them, you know, to death and all that, I was growing up with the era, you know, where the PS2 and GameCube were released. And what I got alongside that was Sonic Mega Collection, which is basically a compilation of all the Sonic games on the Mega Drive. And, you know, they have Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Sonic, you know, the Game Gear titles, Sonic Spinball, pretty much most classic Sonic games. And that's the only time that I played this. And honestly, I've got to say, I was definitely a wimp, because in Sonic Mega Collection Plus, you are given these things called save states. And due to me absolutely not realising what makes people experts at games, I just used to use save states so much on my memory card on my PS2. Because what I would do is this: I would clear a zone, and I'd use a save state. I would collect 50 rings, and I'd use a save state. I would enter a special stage, and I'd use a save state. I would collect the Chaos Emerald, and I'd use a save state. I would clear the next zone, and I'd use a save state. And then I'd use a save state, and then I'd use a save state. So pretty much, I clearly did not know how to play games properly, because I just kept saving and then loading it if I failed. And, well, I was young, what can I say? I mean, I didn't really know too much about how to play games properly and all that. Wow, that took up a lot of time, actually, while playing this. So that's all good. I kind of lost my train of thought there for some reason, because honestly, this is one problem when recording. Whenever I record, I have to have the volume really low, obviously, to make sure, you know, it doesn't pick up with the mic and all that. And sometimes when it's so low, I cannot tell if the music is there or not. You know, if it's playing and all, because there will be times where I'll just accidentally click off the emulator and it'll completely lose the sound. So sometimes I may have to be quiet and try to listen out for it. I don't know why I'm going on about this, because this is clearly unimportant, but I just thought I'd let you know about that. So as you can see there, I can hear the ring sound, so I know for sure that it's definitely capturing the sound. Sorry about that, I had a bit of an interruption there. Anyway, enough of me going on about how I make my LPs. Let's just go onwards and fight Dr. Robotnik for the second time. Oh dear. And that's another indication what I was on about earlier, where you know it slows you down and you know what's coming. Like, so right there, when I hit the bouncy thing that spins me round and all, it basically showed that there's a bit of a tricky platforming area. So I've got to keep my eyes out for it. And now we are at the... What? Okay, I'm gonna jump this time to avoid it, or just run across it. And now we're on the second boss. And what's the tactic? Just keep bouncing on his head, and then hit him again. That's pretty much what I can suggest. If you just jump right at the end, and then just hold down, you know, the right on the D-pad, you'll be able to stay balanced and just keep bouncing on him. Although eventually, you know, just move away, and then jump on him one more, and he should be done. That's probably the fastest time I defeat that boss. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.